I am adding a half a pound of sausage to a hot pan. I thought that I should do a few recipes for my children because, pardon my ghetto pajama look today, I decided yesterday that I was going to sleep in this t-shirt because it is so soft and I lost weight and it's too big to be wearing out. So when I would sit down or lie down, it was choking me. So I just took scissors and cut the neck. So that's why I'm looking ghetto today. I really shouldn't use the word ghetto. I don't even know what ghetto is, but when I was teaching in a previous school system from where I am now, a coworker of mine brought sausage cheese biscuits to our students, and they were so good. And I was like, how'd you do that? So he told me how he did that, and I started making it at home for my children, and they loved it. And so that's what I'm doing today. I am putting about a cup of flour into a bowl. And I say about because I'm not leveling out. I'm just putting it in there. A lot of people say they don't measure anything, measure with your heart. Well, I'm a little bit insecure sometimes. Sometimes I don't measure anything, but sometimes I do. That was actually a little more than a cup of self-rising flour. I use whole fat buttermilk as often as I can. Sometimes I can't find whole fat buttermilk, but all these take are sausage, self-rising flour, shredded cheese, and buttermilk. 4 ingredients. And they're so good. And you can customize them. Like if you want them really meaty, you can use more meat and less flour. I am a biscuit lover, and I did this. The original recipe calls for like 2 cups of flour and a pound of sausage. And I love biscuits. And sausage is a lot to me, so kind of rich. So I made some one time with a half a pound of sausage and 2 cups of flour. And my youngest was like, well, where's the meat? He likes the sausage more, so I have learned to try to stick to the recipe because it's not meaty enough for some people. So I love that any recipe can be adjusted to your liking. Alrighty, my sausage is done enough. It might have a couple little dots of pink, but it's going to bake in the oven too, so that's fine. I put my sausage into my flour. I toss it around and get the sausage coated with the flour before I add my, I didn't have much sausage grease in it. There was nothing to drain really. So I am tossing my sausage and my flour to get it coated because I don't want my cheese to melt all against the meat and be in melty clumps. So if I do the flour first, then the cheese incorporates better. I usually use cheddar in this. I'm just using the end of what I have. So, and I'm not measuring this, I'm just putting it in here. If I was guessing, I would say 3/4 of a cup of cheese. That may even be too much to some people's liking, but I love cheese. And after I get it mixed up good, mixed up well, says the English teacher in me, then I use, that is more cheese than I usually use, but that's fine. It's fine. I don't measure my buttermilk. I just pour it in there and see how it looks, because I want it to be a sticky biscuit dough. Pardon me. I don't want it to be soupy looking. I want it to, that might even have been a tad too much buttermilk, but that's okay too. Yeah. I inherited my grandmother's pizza stone. I really don't want to put it on that hot eye, so I'll just put it here. I suppose if you wanted to, you could roll these out. I don't. I just spoon them onto the pan. That one needs a little more. And then I pop them in the oven and watch them. I'll try to keep up with how much time they're in there. One thing I love about a pizza stone, this is actually a Pampered Chef pizza stone that my grandmother had many years ago. She passed away in 2004 and it was already like used and seasoned. So this thing is more than 20 years old. But what I love about a pizza stone is that things don't stick. They come right off. Alrighty, y'all. Kind of got too many irons in the fire here, but this won't take long. I have melted some real butter, and I'm just gonna brush the tops of these with butter, mainly because well, it's butter, come on. But it softens the top. So when you bake something in the oven, it's a little crispy on top, and I like them soft, so the taste of butter doesn't hurt. So I'm going to put the rest of my biscuit dough on the pizza stone and bake the rest and rinse and repeat, you know. This is a sidebar. I'm just frying me an egg. Has nothing to do with this, except I'll probably eat one with my egg. Y'all have a good day.